good low catch. He's
Nation there, a little bobble in the hands as one Indian batter departs. Listen to the roar. The king arrives. It's a purposeful stride from Virat Kohli.
Don't it matters, he's always a confident sort of a bloke, isn't he? You know, he hasn't been in his best form, most sparkling form, but he's still confident that he's only one innings away from doing something special.
Yep, and the nerves will be jangling, there's no doubt about that. But you can see the crowd, they're just warming up to the fact that Kohli's come out straight away after lunch.
Actually, it's a good time for the Australians as well, because the ball's still hard and new.
Yep.
That's right, a 4.1 overs old ball. Yeah, it was a really nicely taken catch by Steve Smith. They've got to be sharp. They've almost got to be perfect, Australia, to claw anything out of this game. Only a real contribution in the first innings. He rode one to first slip, just sort of almost glided it to Khawaja. Chases it. Interest for Lyon and success for Hazlewood. Virat's away.
Yeah, good stride, nice stride there.
That's a confident stroke. And the ever-bustling Virat Kohli between wickets. He'll get back for a very, very easy third. Ominous signs.
Oh, that'll make him feel a lot better. Yes, a nice, confident punch down the ground.
And there's no trying to overhit the ball. This is just a sort of like an extended block shot. And it's raced away. Probably, he gets probably good bats, I suppose. Wouldn't cost him much, would they, those?
I like the way he's moving now. Trigger movements.
Duck. Just eases into a nice cover drive here at Kohli. The outfield much quicker on day 3 here at Perth Stadium. Trot back for 3.
Well, if you come early in the morning and watch Virat Kohli have a few throwdowns, this is the shot that he practices more than any. It's the cover drive punch. The head position's perfect. Look at the eyes, the glare at the ball. Just a little transfer of weight, the use of the top hand. That's a good sign for India.
It's a shot, Michael, you couldn't play on day 1, but on day 3 when the moisture's left the pitch, it's a perfect shot. It was in the air for a while, but he knew there was no cover. He could afford to go aerial.
Well, he just opens the blade, doesn't he? Knows exactly where the gap is.
Beautiful shot from Kohli. We're talking about the young man, but don't forget the old bull at the other end. Just eases into an on drive and said, hang on, I can bat a bit too.
Has he just called him an old bull? It's Virat Kohli you're talking about, Howie.
Well, I hope that's not lost in translation, Michael.
What a strike. Yeah, perfection from Kohli. I guess the icing on the cake. I mean, India have got to get 10 wickets in the second innings to win the game, but the icing for them would be for Kohli to go and get a score.
Oh. Old school, isn't it?
Old school or old bull?
The old ball played a good on drive there. The thing with it was the cheat sheet kept fair dinkum.
Short. Tugged round the corner for a single.
Test career in Australia. It's on.
Look at that list again in a moment. Oh, it rolls along the ground. Now that is a concern for everyone in a green cap out there. That had shades of Greg Blewett, Curtly Ambrose.
We were down on the pitch pretty much today, and for the right-handers where Virat's batting, there is a crack that obviously Pat Cummins has just found, and you look at someone like Jasprit Bumrah bowling a little bit wider of the crease.
Shouts of catch it. Have a look at the umpire. Carey couldn't prevent the runs.
Game, really. Good stop.
Not an easy.
Oh, they'll take the single eventually. There's a bit of yes and no, and Kohli was looking at Washington saying, look, behind the wicket, do you want, you're seeing it better than me, do you want to run? Virat a little while ago.
The track.
Nice. It's not a shot you see very often from Kohli. Oh, dear.
Got him.
I hope he's all right.
Jeez, that would wake you up. Security guards, I believe, are not allowed to look at the game. They've got to look at the crowd, and that's pretty dangerous in itself. And it's just got that security guard in the side of the head. It's a pretty good shot by Kohli. Went after it.
Uppercut.
A couple of bounces. This poor security guard minding his own business, looking at the crowd. It's gone for 6. That is a big hit. And then, unfortunately, that security guard. Shouldn't laugh. He's minding his own business.
Definitely gone for 6. And watch this. Oh, picks him off. Straight in the lemon spread.
Oh,
that's got to hurt.
Kohli's looking very concerned there. And you've got the physio running out to take a look. I hope you're all right, young man, because you were doing a good job. You were doing your job.
We'll have to have security guards with helmets on. I tell you, in a T20 game, you would have to have a helmet on.
You are there minding your own business, watching the crowd, as you said, June, and then all of a sudden you get 156 grams straight in the side of the melon.
I think someone would have yelled out to him, just sitting there behind him.
Well, that will be the concussion rule.
Hope they've got a spare security guard out in the under the stand, ready to go.
But yeah, this case doesn't have to be like for like.
Oh, shouldn't laugh.
Onto the helmet. Deep cover. Open stance from Kohli. Perhaps. Stand up sweep. Beautifully executed.
And that's the only problem with this plan. With that line, he's going to always pitch outside leg stump. It's going to be difficult to get an LBW, and so Virat Kohli just has to get plenty of bat on that, and it'll go away for 4.
For 529 in Test cricket. Kohli, you're in the full and just worked by Kohli. For a moment you thought Hazel was in the game, then the MRF bet just whipped through.
It's pulled up. Gee, this outfield's slow.
stopped. In the end, they'll get 3. This is a imperious looking shot, though.
Like a tired delivery from Josh Hazelwood, over pitch, too straight to Virat Kohli. Look at that, it's imperious. Beautiful timing. He thought it was 4 off the bat, but this outfield has been slow this test match.
She's starting to look crisp now, Kohli. What's the salary cap tonight? Us, is it?
I think it's about $15 million US, isn't it?
Okay, so 20-ish million Australian.
Yeah, I think Rishabh Pant's the one.
Over. Approaching tee. Well kept a touch. Low on the leg. Oh, and again from the members' end.
They can turn it around.
Straight next to the pitch now, halfway down.
What my reaction was going to be.
Red ball cricket.
Takes it on and continues to rise. Hopefully Carey hasn't damaged a hand there. He threw a glove at it. Oh, nips back. Going the way of India at the moment. Just seaming back, keeping a touch low. Bit of bat on it from Virat Kohli.
It's so tough to play on these sorts of pitches, Pat Cummins, where there's a bit of up and down, because he generally angles the ball back into the stumps for the right-hander. That one's luck's on Kohli's side, gets it inside edge. Just not sure what it's going to do. You're a little hesitant in your defence. Reach for the ball, and one nips back quickly, like Jarrell got, keeps low.
And again to Kohli. Oh, he just tried to close the face. That was what Lyon's been looking to do. With short leg in place, and it just... Oh, spins and beats everything. That looked like it was in Pune, not Perth. That will interest the Australians and the Indians. 5 for 375.
Not so much the Australians. They've got a bat. That's the line I'm talking about, just outside there, so you can beat the outside edge and then beat the inside edge. That is dream delivery for an off spinner. Through the gate. Unfortunately, it's put a coat of varnish on the leg peg.
It's just not going their way, Howie. See the frustration in Nathan Lyon.
He won't bowl a better ball than that in this test series.
Probably not, no. That's a perfect off spinner's delivery.
Drifted away, it spun back sharply. Oh.
Just landing those foot marks, you can see the darker area on the pitch. Should be okay.
Kohli on 40.
We've copped the brunt of that.
Kohli. Played it late. Settle for 2, and Kohli will move to 49. Crowd starts to swell. Nicely worked by Kohli. Gloriously timed through mid-wicket. Indian fans on their feet. Kohli will trot back for 3. Bring up a fine 50. His 32nd in Test cricket. His 6th against Australia. And it's come at a perfect time for the superstar Virat Kohli.
Yeah, he's made a lot of runs in his career, but I'll tell you what, that 50 will mean a lot to him. Just in the context of recent form, this series coming up. It's 50, but it's a good 50 for him. Give him some confidence. He's been really calm, I think, in his demeanour today. Not as edgy at the crease. He's watched the ball closely. There's been a few scares, but the pitch has been a bit up and down. Needs some runs.
Piercing to do.
there's the line. That is the exact line there that Nathan Lyon wants to operate on, and it draws a rare sweep. It was an aggressive sweep from outside off. It's not a stroke that Virat Kohli often turns to.
Yeah, he's been practicing that a lot. I think it's a good thing to do. He's picked it up from outside the off stump. It's an important shot to have in your armory, especially against Nathan Lyon, once he starts hitting those rough patches outside the right-hander's off stump.
Yeah, Dine out on that, talking about something that's a bit over-pitched. And this outfield is just quickened up a fraction, and it gets to the fence. In the zone, Virat Kohli.
Yes, his eyes lit up there. It's fractionally over-pitched. And he's just climbed into this. Nice stride forward. He's been there long enough to put those away. See, the feature of his batting is just the movement of his feet in this innings, really. He's been very assured, playing forward or back or on the drive.
Like it's understandably a tiring attack.
Yeah, it's been a good 3 balls for Kohli. The 3 balls ago, he punched it down the ground, a beautiful top elbow, through extra cover, and then the defensive on the back foot. And that one there was a slow ball from Mitchell Starc. Just sort of ran the fingers over it and took a bit of pace off it. And I just love the way that Kohli just held back, just there. Kohli holds it back and just lets the ball come to him.
Yeah, he picked that last ball. It was a little slower in the air. So just waiting on it that bit longer to open the face of the blade.
Zanushka.
There's his wife present here.
Don't know why he's in there.
Did it on a few occasions.
Ian Chappell had a concoction. He'd put.
Okay, pitching inside off, impacted line, wickets missing. Go back to Chris on field to stay with his original decision of not out. Chris, you're on screen now, please.
Now it's Virat's turn. Smash down the ground. It's a 6 for Virat.
Wow, they put the foot down. It's amazing when the other batsman plays the shots that can drag the teammate along as well. And Virat Kohli, he's looked like he just wants to hit the gaps and keep it on the ground. He's got a foolish ball and he's gone straight after. That's a beautiful shot. And over mid-off for 6. Is there going to be a declaration?
I just wonder whether India are thinking when those shadows start to come across the pitch. Beautifully bowled. Great response. The hard sweep this time.
Side. Short takes it on. Fielders run in every direction and the ball just pierces between them all. That is the skill and talent of Virat Kohli.
And placement. What a shot. 2 men back out there in the deep and he's just pierced the gap perfectly.
Marnus Labuschagne, absolute disregard for his bowling there. Virat Kohli got plenty of time to get onto that. He's pierced the gap. There's 2 men out there. And Mitchell Starc, diving effort. Late in the afternoon, he's bowled exceptionally well today, Mitchell Starc, but just couldn't get there.
He's timed that ball so well. This outfield's quite slow here in Perth, and that ball almost gathered speed as it worked its way to the boundary.
Here we go again. Short, and he leaves it alone outside off stump. Just smoke straight down the ground. More runs to Kohli. He's charging now.
got the pads on, Jasper Boomer, but he's just taking the arm guard off. That's the other part of it. Kohli's just 15 away from 100. You won't want to declare before Kohli gets 100, surely.
It'd be a bold decision.
This is just treating Labuschagne with disdain. Pumping that down the ground.
Change of tactics here, Huss.
53 sundries, the most Australia has ever conceded in a home test, full stop.
53.
It's Virat Kohli's wife there in the crowd. His children in town as well, watching his last tour of Australia.
Field spread far and wide. Marnus of all people to Kohli. Big swing and a miss. On halfway to the fence. It's full. Punched wide. Stroll back for 2. Kohli to 87. 50 off just 33 balls to stand. Oh, there. No one's picked that. Smith threw a foot at it.
And he would have been given potentially a time frame, I reckon.
More runs to India.
When's the last time you've seen Virat Kohli play a reverse sweep, let alone a test match?
That's the last shot I expected Virat Kohli to play in this situation.
I think you'll think the same as me. Maybe walk across and go square leg sweep. That's a nice shot.
Steve Smith wasn't expecting it either. Not to go that fine anyway. Do enforce.
Across the line. And retain the... Oh, he gets away with a wide... Oh! Misses everything and it's called a wide. That's exactly what we were talking about, Huss.
Side.
Another single for Kohli where they're being deemed to be bowling. Sweeps hard. Work to be done in the field. Diving effort. 100 for Virat Kohli. Sweeps hard. Work to be done in the field. Diving effort. 100 for Virat Kohli. The King continues his love affair of batting in Australia. He's checking, he's looking, he's not sure. But now he understands. Yes, Virat, it's another ton. Your 30th. Your 7th in Australia. Your 9th against Australia. The great Virat Kohli. And the declaration is being made on an absolutely perfect day.
Well, you can see how much it means to him. He's got his family here in the crowd. There's his wife. What an innings. Taking a moment to soak it all in.
Celebrating to his wife in the stands. A delirious Indian public. Celebrating to his wife in the stands. A delirious Indian public. Both in Perth and back in India. He came in under pressure and Virat peels off yet another 100. A lead of 533. There's a story there and there's another in the Australian dressing rooms as Khawaja and McSweeney have to put the pads on. We'd love to hear from Virat Kohli. Adam Gilchrist is down on the ground. Gilly, take it away.
Congratulations, Virat Kohli. What a moment. It's 17 innings. It's 16 months. You didn't even know you had to delay your reaction. Tell us how meaningful is that? We could see what it meant and the gesture to your wife up in the stand.
Yeah, look, I mean, Anushka has been right by my side through thick and thin. So she knows everything that goes on behind the scenes when I'm in the room, what goes on in the head when you don't play as well, or you make a few mistakes when you're getting yourself in. So I just wanted to contribute to the team's cause. I'm not a guy who wants to hang around just for the sake of it. I take pride in performing for my country, and yeah, just feels amazing, and the fact that she's here makes it even more special.
All right, mate, thank you very much for that quick word. Go and join your teammates. Congratulations. There you go, Virat Kohli. What a remarkable effort. So well received by the Indian faithful. He's 7th in Australia. He knows these conditions. What a player.
Brilliant for Virat to stop and take a word with you, Adam. Declare what it means to him and his family. And I think it's time to hand over to Ravi Shastri, who's seen this man's journey right from the start. Ravi, what does this mean for you, the country, for the man, and in fact the team who are now in such a dominant position?
Just in the world, and to set up the series, when you have your king, they call him the king here, to get 100 in the very first test match of the series, it's a terrific signal for India. It's ominous from Australia's point of view. But look at the joy. It's a popular 100. I think fans world over wanted to see this bloke come to Australia and perform again.
And he was, for a moment there, Ravi, the only cricket fan in the world that didn't realise he'd brought up the 100. He wasn't sure if it had gone to the boundary. The entire cricket world was celebrating the 100 before Virat realised.
Yeah, and look at his wife, his family out here. It means a lot to him. What a servant he's been for Indian cricket, an ambassador for test match cricket worldwide. And this is a special moment. He'll have a tear in his eye. He's worked so hard for it. But sometimes with great players, the moment they come in, from the outset, in the first 10 minutes, when you saw his feet moving, you knew the signs were there that the big man is back. In his eye. He's worked so hard for it. But sometimes with great players, the moment they come in, from...
Congratulations to Virat Kohli.
Next to Macca's, the lead. I don't know if it's...
From the outset, in the first 10 minutes, when you saw his feet moving, you knew the signs were there.